Well, time for our monthly look at the livestock market. Joining us now is Peter Moore, GM of Livestock at PGG Wrightson. And Pete, how are the markets looking at the moment? Good afternoon.
They're pretty good actually overall. We've seen stock starting to move again and off the back of COVID, and June was a more typical month than what we've had for quite some time. So it's been good. The markets are holding up pretty well.
And what about stock flow post-COVID? Is that starting to reach normal levels again?
Yeah, I think for us, our June tallies were sort of right on where we would expect them to be in I suppose, let's call it a normal year. So that sort of says to me that things are starting to move again. And the first few days of July, we're seeing similar movements to what we would have done this time last year. So, yeah, stock's moving. Freezing works are freed up. Sale yards are operating. And the online platforms are all running.
Things are looking good. Hey, what about yesterday? We saw the aftermath, I guess, of the global dairy trade auction, that uplift. I know it's only one auction, but that was amazing to wake up for. Has that had an impact on confidence, do you think?
Oh, probably not an immediate impact, but it's great in the middle of winter for dairy farmers to see that the prices are going in the right direction. There's been a lot of conjecture around just where dairy would land going forward, so I think this gives everyone a bit of confidence. I think the really good news in it was that it was actually the powder prices that gone up significantly.
Yeah, that was good indeed. Hey, look, we're seeing some amazing figures come out of bull sales. It started in the 60s. We saw 60,000 for a bull. We saw 65. Then it went up to 92,000 and we thought, crikey, this can't get any higher. We've now seen a couple come through just over $100,000, including one in Hawke's Bay, $104,000 a couple of weeks back. This is amazing money, Pete.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the bull sales have gone pretty well. I mean, when you think about during COVID, a lot of people were concerned about what would mean for the bull sales. Some of the early ones were run completely online. Others were run as hybrids with online and buyers on farm. So the bull sales did go better than we expected, and I think that most of the vendors should be pretty pleased with the pricing. And you're right, there's some pretty outstanding pricing. Certainly some bulls been the $90,000 to $100,000 mark, which was great to see.
So what's driving this? Is it because they can pay that premium to introduce new genetics because they're getting a good return on bulls across the board?
I think those very high-priced bulls, if you look at it, were often bought by sort of a consortium, maybe two or even sometimes three farmers. So they're looking for the genetics to introduce into their herds, and they're probably looking at these will be outstanding genetics with good growth rate and good meat production, I suppose, ultimately. So that's why they're spending the money.
Just moving forward for the next kind of couple of weeks, Pete, what's on the cards? What are we going to see in terms of livestock?
Well, it's normally a slower time of the year, so we won't see big numbers in a lot of our sale yards or big numbers on our online platforms, but you'll certainly see some stock coming out, but you'll also see the feeder calves starting to appear. So feeder calves starting to appear in the Waikato. So anyone looking to rear calves, certainly they're just starting to come on the market now.
Now, we are in school holidays. I understand your grandchildren are down playing in the snow, Peter.
Yeah, I've got a daughter that lives in Owakuni, and my son lives up here in the Waikato, but he'd gone down there for a few days, and got some photos last night of my four under 4-year-old grandkids all running around in the snow, which is pretty cool to see.
Oh, it's making me homesick. They'll be loving it. And of course you can warm up, or you need to run around to work off one of those amazing chocolate eclairs from Nations in Owakuni as well.
That's for sure, yeah.
Good to see them on TV the other day, but again, just making me homesick, all of these photos and all of these stories about chocolate eclairs. Peter Moore, GM of Livestock at PGG Wrightson. Thanks so much for your time today. Great to catch up.
Great, thank you.